Patikrit Pine, Persian Gulf countries, can in the short run absorb all kind of shock, including shock to their oil disruption, including tourism, rerouting of trade. But what they can't absolutely not do with is water. And that's the concern many experts are raising today.
Well, none of the Gulf Arab states have any capacity to absorb any shock in the long run. What is happening now is this. Let's start with a small caveat. None of the Gulf Arab states have medium or short-range ballistic missile. Iran has it. None of them have any capacity to build loitering munitions into thousands every month. Iran has it. So Iran has, over the last several decades, mastered the art of asymmetric warfare. That's why many of the Gulf states are holding back. Number two, what Iran is doing is this. It is raising the cost of alliance for the Gulf states, alliance with United States. For a long period of time, for decades, these Gulf Arab states have flourished at the cost of sanctions imposed by United States on Iran, right? And secondly, for a long period of time, these Arab states were at the luxury on the presumption that the security umbrella of United States is good enough to protect them. Now, if you look at the series of attacks that are happening, which have successfully breached their air defense system, targeted critical energy infrastructure, air bases of the United States, there is a severe shortage of interceptor missiles, which most of the Gulf Arab states right now is facing. So what the red line Iran is drawing for many of these Gulf states is this, that if you want to stay away from the war, number one, shun your alliance with the Americans, ask them to leave the bases. And number two, if you want to have no war, then speak up against what is happening. Because I think there's an apprehension in Iran that whatever is happening right now, it is not just Israel which is responsible as per their perception. It is the Arab states who wanted this to happen because they have always been uncomfortable with the Shiite state having a nuclear bomb. However, the bigger issue is this, that when it comes to water, when it comes to, there's an exodus that Iran is trying to push on many of these states, because all these Arab states are actually flourishing at the cost, or they're over-dependent on external, expats working here. Now you see this exodus that is happening to the extent that some of the hotels beside Burj Khalifa now, as per certain reports, allowing people to stay overnight for 2 days for just $9. That's the level of impact this loitering munitions are having. So they're trying to do is that we will destroy your economy if you do not stay away from this conflict. What is the biggest issue? Again, going back to the same thing. As per the Iranians, no Israeli missile, no American missile can reach Iran unless it breaches the airspace of the Arab states. Water is a dangerous thing. I don't think the Iranians will go for the water because the sympathy that many of the people in the Arab states, if not the monarchies, they have for this the people of Iran against America, that will go away if water is targeted. But every other infrastructure, including data centers, would be targeted because they are raising the cost of number one alliance. For the Arab states, they are raising the cost of investments by American companies into the Arab states. So it is like this, if I am under sanction, if I am going down, I will not let you flourish anymore. That is the philosophy, but it appears to be in Iran. Back to you.
All right.